Welcome to day 13 of 21 Rejuvenation Flow Challenge. My name is Diana. Always a pleasure to be here and share this beautiful practice with you, and hopefully to inspire you to keep practicing and keep looking after your mind, body and spirit. And mornings are a good time to start that, and building a routine hopefully will make things happen more naturally. So for today's practice, which is mostly dedicated to wake up the body, obviously it's morning, but also to tend to back pain, so it's a bit of lower back love this morning. And for that we will need, if you have one of these bricks as a prop, or a book, hard book, we will need to be able to bear a little bit of, it needs to bear a bit of weight, and maybe a folded blanket if you have that. And also happy hug day. So come to sit first. We will start actually lying down, but before that, just for a moment to ground in any comfortable seated pose. You can have your legs stretched out if your knees are sensitive. And let's open the arms, inhale, nice and wide. And then as we exhale, go ahead and cross your arms in front of you and give yourself a really nice big hug here. As you exhale, allow the shoulders to drop back and down. And as you inhale, open your arms nice and wide, all the way down. Okay, let's take a gentle side stretch here. Lean your weight into your right hand. Inhale, take your left arm up and over. Exhale as you arrive fully into your side body stretch, and then inhale to lift up. Keep your chest nice and broad this morning, softness and gentleness in your neck. And as you exhale, go ahead and take your right arm over the left. Try not to close here. I'm thinking about this openness. Inhale to reach up. And inhale to bring the shoulders up. Exhale to bring the shoulders down. Let's loosen up the shoulders this morning. Awesome. Let's move to the neck. Let's take the left ear to the left shoulder. Then let your chin gently drop. And then let the head move to the other side like a pendulum. Exhale as it comes forward. Inhale as it goes back. And one more. Gentle with the neck, especially after sleeping. Okay, pausing here with your chin to chest. And then slowly coming up. Good, let's take the prayer hands over our heads. Take a moment here to just feel the lift here from your abdomen as you reach up to the sky, but also to really connect to this present moment. And as you bring your palms pressing against each other in front of your heart space, take a moment here to maybe close your eyes and think about how do you want this day to be? What kind of energy do you need for this day? What does this day need from you? And then opening the eyes, and let's come to a child's pose. Really Lovely grounding pose here to open up, especially through the back body, the back muscles. So bring your toes together and your knees comfortably apart. Then go ahead and stretch your arms in front of you and gently bring your forehead down. You might have a block here if there's some space between your head and the earth. You might have your blanket under your hips here to support you in this shape. And we connect with our 3 or even 4-dimensional breaths here. So feeling your ribcage expanding as you inhale. And your body softening into the earth as you exhale. Bring your attention to the sensation of your breath in and out of your body through your nose. Taking a few more rounds of breath here, staying present, focusing on how the air is traveling from your nose, back of your throat, down into your belly, the rib cage, base of the rib cage, lower back, shoulder blades, and prolonging the exhalation. Nice gentle start this winter Thursday morning. Dedicating this time to our well-being. Okay. Let's take a lovely breath in and lift the head and look between your hands and really plant and start to spread your fingers and plant your hands here. Start to drag yourself forwards, arching the back here. And we arrive in a tabletop position here. Okay, really bring your hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. So have a look back. Lengthen through your spine, and we're gonna take a few cat and cow stretches to wake up the spine here. Inhale to open the chest, dropping the belly here, lifting slightly the chin. Exhale to round the back. Inhale to arch the back. I'm just going to turn over this way. Exhale to round the back. One more, inhale, rolling the shoulders back, and exhale, pushing the earth away, doming the upper back. Let's come to a neutral spine, start to engage through your abdominal wall here, and then go ahead, drop your hips to the right side, and then look over the left shoulder. Beautiful morning, I can see sunshine outside. Come back to the center, inhale, then exhale, drop your hips to your left, look over the right shoulder. One more time, inhale, center, exhale, look over the left, hips to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, and look over the right shoulder. Awesome, coming back to the center. Let's send the hips back and back forwards. You're going to curl the toes here and start to lift the knees. Now walk your legs slightly back and we find our first plank pose. If plank feels a bit too much, too early, or in general in your practice, keep your knees down. And let's start to shift the weight forwards and backwards here. Start to close through your rib cage. Find your ujjayi breathing, that oceanic sound breathing if you are working with that. And then release your knees down. Well done. Let's come all the way down to the belly. Your elbows start to bend backwards, leading with your heart here. Lowering all the way down to your belly. Inhale, let's roll the shoulders back for our first back bend this morning, strengthening our back muscles, but also keeping awareness in the front of the body. Opening the chest, taking 2 more breaths here in this cobra, finding suppleness throughout our back muscles here. Okay, bring your head down, curl the toes, inhale to push up to your knees, maybe to your plank. And then from there, let's take it to our first downward facing dog. Exhale, keep your knees bent to start with. Bring your chest closer to your thighs and enjoy this lovely stretch here through the sides of your body, the entire back side of your body. And then go ahead, start to pedal your legs, bending one knee at a time and bringing one heel closer to the earth as the other one moves up. Okay, coming forward to a plank once again. Let's lower down to the knees and then lower down all the way to the belly. One more cobra here, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest, pointing the toes and pressing the top of the feet down. Exhale to lower down slowly, curl the toes, push up to your knees, send your hips back and up to your downward facing dog. Let's take the right leg up, inhale. Doesn't have to be super straight, none of them have to be super straight to start with. Then bending the knee, come forward, bring your knee towards your forehead, look between your hands and take a step there, placing the back knee down. Inhale, staying low in your lunge here, opening through your hips, lifting the heart forward. And for a moment, inhale, let's come up. Opening the arms and beautiful chest opening here. Exhale, planting the hands and step back to a high plank. Inhale, let's hold this again. Just about 3 breaths. Keep finding length from the heel to the crown of the head, shifting your weight forwards, engaging your quads, lifting, drawing your navel to the spine and doming the upper back. Well done. Exhale to bring the knees down, chest and chin. Inhale to find your cobra again. Exhale, push back to a child's pose and up to downward facing dog. Exhale. Okay, left leg comes up. Inhale, take it nice and however high you want it to be right now. And then exhale, bending the knee. Bring it towards your forehead. Hover here for a moment, look between your hands, and then step that left foot there. Place the right knee down, staying low for a couple of breaths here, getting used to this shape this morning. And as we inhale, we lift. Scissor your thighs together, engage through your glutes, and let's open the arms. Exhale, lower down, and we step this time to the top of the mat, folding over. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Let me turn this way. Sway side to side. And inhale to a long spine. Exhale to fold. and walk yourself back to downward facing dog. Here we meet again. And let's take the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step it in between your hands. And let's come up for a warrior one this time. But before that, really ground the back heel, point the back toes at a 45 degrees angle. Really ground through your feet, root to rise. Press the feet away from each other as you bring your arms up over your head. Sinking a little bit lower. And we take 3 breaths in this warrior 3, no rushing this morning. You can have your arms slightly apart here if your shoulders are quite tight. And make sure you're really engaging your back leg, you're really pressing and you're straightening the back leg. One more breath. Okay. Inhale to straighten that front leg. And we move into our Trikonasana pose. Let me turn this way. So your right leg is forward, left leg is back. We're gonna straighten both legs, extend the arms and start to reach away from you. And then slowly in one line, upper body with your hips and your legs. Start to spin, rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. It's another great pose to decompress the lower back and find spaciousness in your spine and your torso, as well as opening the hips, connecting the earth with the sky. Every breath tries to bring you a little bit closer to the sky here and ground you a little bit more into the earth. One more breath, inhale. Coming up, and let's come to a high lunge. We are going to roll over, spin onto the ball of the back foot, and keep your arms over your head. From this lunge, actually, we will need to grab a hold of a brick or a book. Most of us, really, even if you have an accomplished practice, it's really good, especially if you have any lower back problems, to have that brick there for extra support, extra length. Okay, so we're moving into a revolved triangle pose, Pravrita Trikonasana. So bring your back foot down, find a comfortable distance, about 3 feet between your feet. Take your arms up, and then as you exhale, reach forward. Bring your right arm back and left arm forward. Keep reaching, find length through the crown of the head. Let your hips sink back as you reach forward and flexing from your waist here. Keep moving down and diagonally and find your brick outside of your right foot. And from here, as you find connection there, you can find that support through your arms to be able to ground better through your feet. And then the other arm can extend back and up behind you. Try to keep your legs, so stay in this shape. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can here. And work with that twist in this shape and find your balance, find your roots through your feet. Stay 2 more breaths with it. You've got it. Final breath here, twist a little bit more. Breathe. And then gently come up. Find your lunge. Let's come down slowly, all the way down to the mat. Well done. Step it back to a downward facing dog. Let's take a nice big breath through the mouth. Coming forwards to your plank, you may want to take vinyasa here. If you have chaturanga in your practice, go ahead, move through that and your upward dog. Otherwise, a gentle cobra. And let's take downward facing dog, or take a child's pose at this point if you need a moment to catch your breath, or just to kind of return to all the sensations in your body, or you just need time to process that. Very good. Yes, I can see, you cannot really see my face, apologies for that. Okay, from your downward facing dog or from your child's pose, thanks for bearing with me, come to your downward facing dog, and let's take this to the left side. Take your left leg up, bend the knee, step it in between your hands. Nice. Place the back heel down, really root through your feet, and be careful with these transitions. Yes, coming up from down and the other way. Take your arms over your head and sink a little bit lower in your warrior 3. We take a few breaths here. Keep trying to level your hips here forward to the front of the mat, and fire up through the back leg and the back glutes. One more breath here, sinking a little bit lower. And then exhale, open to your Trikonasana. I will show it this way. Nice. Take a moment here to make sure that your heels are in one line here, more or less, and back toe spinning. Inhale to reach to one side and then coming down. 5 breaths in this beautiful, beautiful shape. Every breath takes you a little bit deeper. You're turning your right hip in, left hip out. Stay in the shape. Big breaths here. Big nourishing breaths. And to come up, inhale, take your gaze down, soften the knees, press the feet away from each other, and come up. Find your lunge by bringing both arms over your head. Spin onto the ball of the back foot. Awesome, and then step the back leg a little bit closer and go ahead, take your brick and place it outside the left foot. You brick, your block, anything as such. Okay, and let's come forward. So straighten both feet, press into both knees, press into your feet and start to reach forward as you extend your left arm back. Reach with your right arm forward and then start to move down diagonally. Awesome. And find the brick, find the support. And once you've got that, really ground through your feet, scissor your hips together. Start to press into your support or the earth. And then extend the back arm, which is the left behind your head, up towards the sky. 3 more breaths here. Stay with it. Okay, exhale to release down. Inhale to come up. One more time. Lift the heel and exhale slowly. Come to find the floor. Step it back to a downward facing dog. Nice big breath out as you arrive through your mouth. Maybe shaking your head here. And let's take a vinyasa to keep nice and warm. Wake up all the joints here from your plank, lower down to your knees or lower down halfway. Moving into your back bend here of choice. And then take it to a downward facing dog where we all meet. And back to a child's pose. So go ahead, send your hips back. Continue to stay in downward facing dog if you want to stay active. If you want to stay super active, you can take dolphin or even dolphin dips, moving forwards and backwards over your hands. Taking a few breaths here. Okay, we're nearly there. Let's come to a comfortable seat. Bring the soles of the feet down and let's come to lower on our backs and build a little bit of more awareness with our breath. So extend the arms in front of you, slowly rounding your back, lower vertebra by vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. And bring your heels a little bit closer to your buttocks. Let's take the right ankle over the left knee and take a really lovely stretch, especially for the lower back here, but a really nice way to open your hip rotator as well. So you're going to thread the needle by bringing the left knee closer to your chest and have your right knee moving out to the side here. Feeling the stretch on the outer side of your right hip. And you can rotate both ankles here. Make sure your shoulders are nice and open. You can have a pillow under your head here to level the neck with the rest of the body if you need to. Then go ahead and let this right knee come over the left and come to a twist here. Gently turning and looking over the right shoulder. And then we come back to the center and swap sides. So left ankle over the right knee, threading the needle. Nice. Maybe using the left elbow to gently guide the left knee to move out to the side a little bit more. Awesome, looking after your ankles as well. Taking a few circles and then slide your left knee over the right. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the right side and gently turn to the left, enjoying this supine twist. Okay, let's return to the center. Bring both knees to your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees here. And then bring the soles of the feet back down, keeping your knees pointing up and your feet parallel to each other, hip width distance. And then taking your right hand over your chest and your right over heart, left over your belly. Or the other way around. We will have a few rounds of belly breathing, which is our kind of natural way of breathing when it's definitely the natural way of breathing when we are sleeping or relaxed. Some people have reverse breathing. And a good way to, which is not very helpful, a good way to see is lying down on your back and just allow, without changing, allow the movement of your hands to indicate how the breath is moving your body. As you inhale, your belly and chest should inflate naturally. As you exhale, your belly and your chest should deflate naturally. So just observing this, creating awareness, hopefully throughout the day as well, in our everyday life. And breathing is healing. Okay, so we are going to start to use a little bit more our abdomen to exhale. We're going to start to draw gently the navel towards the spine to engage a little bit more the abdomen so we can push a little bit more air out rather than push, allow, which will make the inhalations become more deep and nourishing. As you inhale, your belly just expands. As you exhale, gently pulling the abdomen in. Inhaling to let your chest rise and belly. And exhale. Taking a few more of these. Okay, let's gently come back to any natural rhythm of breath. Extend the legs. Take your arms over your head. And if you've got the space, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Point your toes. Maybe a nice big yawn. And then we're going to roll over to one side. Press into your hands and come up to a comfortable seat. Here we are. You can sit on a cushion or a block, and let's just take a few final moments here to acknowledge our sensations in our body, our spirit, our breath, and trying to take this practice into our everyday life, awareness to how we breathe, where in our body we breathe. But also awareness of how we are carrying our bodies, our posture, and also our intention. What is our intention? Well, let's bring the hands to the heart space here. Taking a moment to reconnect with the intention from half an hour ago and having faith, and with a smile on your face, consider it already accomplished. And then gently open your eyes and let's take the arms nice and wide one more time this morning together. Nice and wide, 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 wide. And then give yourself a really nice big hug here once again, just as we started, by crossing the arms. And see if you can find your shoulder blades here. Feel your shoulder blades expanding and enjoy this hug. And I know we are in times where we shouldn't really be touching each other much, but today is International Hug Day, and for me every day is Hug Day. So if you cannot hug too many people today, or perhaps anyone, you will always have your sweet, sweet, sweet self to do that too, and it's really good for your body too, mind and soul. Okay, let's bring the hands back in prayer and thanking you for sharing your energy with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Well done. You're welcome, Jane. Any questions? I'll still be online a couple of minutes for you.